Kuya Picture, sa letter. Kuya Picture, ikaw, isang mga hanan. Kita naman kaibigan. Kahit na sa edad. Kung sa mga mga favorite na color, ang mga favorite na food is, okay, na ako din yung certificate. Dahil ako ang sangit. Pila man ay kapesa. Isa, okay. Ako siya ibot lang siya sa tulang at kalingan. Ano na? Kita kung magpila ka bok, ano na sa unang dito ka ba na? One, kusga.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One,
2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Then, diri sa ubos, pila po diri? 1,
2, 3, 4.
sa 1, hinay lang, hinay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isulat ni Kuya. Isulat ni Kuya. Minsan man ang parehas ni sila or dili? Kaya naman, kaiswag sila pero ita sila, pila sila kabuo. Ita balik dire. 1, 3, 4, 5. Dili sa ubos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Parehas dili. Parehas. Sabi naman.
Si Kuya ani mo so nanang may pangutanan ni mo okay ra sa imo ha. Okay sa imo. Una is sa imong ngalan. Nita. Pila na edad mo? 5. So unsa yung favorite ni mga color? Green. And last unsa yung favorite ni mga pagkain? Apple. So kabalo ka kung unsa niga? Kabalo ka? Ang tawag ni is clay ba? Kinang kabalo ka sa clay, kinang pwede naman siya madula-dulaan, kinang makumot-kumot, then si tawag ka ni God. Mold na. So, ini siya kanang dulaan siya ba? Para niya gani sa mga bata na malipay dyan mga if kinang inyong dula-dulaan ba? So, kinang narakay tayo mas mga opera. So, unsay mas dako ani sa duwaga, kinang ini or kini parehas ra sila. Parehas ra sila. So, ako ano siyang kinang i-mold. So, ako asang i-mold kini. Asay mas dako or mas taas. Kini. Ngano man. Ngano taas man ni siya or dako. Ngano. Kay gi-mold. So, sakto na siya ga. So, sa dre, kinang para si mo is kini nga is dako, di ba? Kay gi-mold. So ano na ko i-mold na ko sa ba? Hindi na ko na sa. Kini, unsay mas taas or dako? Ano man? Kay gi-mold na ko, nanghimo siya og taas or dako. So, mora talaga. Thank you.
A good day everyone. My name is Kate Jandico Mahes and I am a demonstrator for today. And what is the task I choose now? The task I choose is task number 1. In this task, children are asked to compare rows of coins, find 10 small coins, and make 2 identical rows of 5 coins, close together and with the coins aligned in parallel. and then put them in the front of the children and ask if both rows have the same amount of counters in them. Okay, then the materials I use is the coins only, and the expected outcome is to answer my question directly. Thank you. And my reflections and insights in this Piaget's conversation task. Now, the conversation task implied measuring whether the number of the object and the length of the same while changing the parameters of the lines. In this case of the short video, a typical child on Piaget's conversation task, the child is younger than 3 to 5. No? In the instance, the child changes his opinion of after recalculating the objects, but his first answer was only affected by the visual or observations. No? Nonetheless, remains evident that the child development is different for each task, as it takes the child longer to give the coherent answer when the objects are manipulated. Now, furthermore, it is evident that some of the answers do not correspond to the adult's logic, as the grown-ups can evaluate the aspects more efficiently due to the profoundly developed cognitive skills. Some of the answers sounded surprising, as I have a different logical framework than a child. For instance, the child thinks that the length or volume of the object changes is the move or transported in different shape. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Roan Coriba from BS Ed Math 1A. The second test we demonstrate is the conservation, and this time the material we use is the clay. During this test, the child is expected to identify or differentiate the two sample clays in terms in their sizes or lengths. Also, the child is expected to answer some question about the given task. During the first try of asking the child what is bigger between the two, the child answered that both are the same in terms in sizes or lengths because it is perfectly molded or well balanced. While in the second and third try, the child answered that the other one is more bigger or larger than the other one. During the task, we learn and understand that the child's mind or thinking is too shallow, which means that he or she is more focused on concrete object or what he perceived or saw physically. That's why he or she can easily identify the difference between the two sample things in terms in their sizes or lengths. It is understandable because the child is still in the process of developing his or herself. After many years, we all know that he or she can develop his abstract thinking. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christine Castro from BSED Math 1A, and my reflection on the task being demonstrated by Mr. Comas and Mr. Cordova, which is related to the conservation task. One of Piaget's developmental accomplishment is that the purpose of testing the kids' abilities was to demonstrate how some objects to train some of their original activities even after you modify some of their aspects like their shape. During the task, the demonstrator asked children pre- and post-transformation questions. Before and after a change was made to their physical appearance, the children were asked if the two occurrences were the same or different. In the first task, the demonstrator set 2 rows of 5 coins and asked the child if there were the same amount of coins in each rows. Since the child had already been asked to count the rows of coins first, of course, the child would respond yes. The demonstrator then asked the child if there were still the same amount of coins after spreading out the rows of coins, and the child responded no. The following task, the demonstrator placed 2 equal balls of clay and asked the child if they were the same size of clay, and the child answered yes. The demonstrator then shaped 1 ball of clay into a long narrow shape by squeezing it, and the child answered otherwise when the demonstrator asked if the sizes of the clay being placed had remained the same. The idea that a clay ball contains the same size even after being flattened could be lost on a young child. The task showed that the children may have a highly developed sense of fairness and justice. However, they are not all sensitive to the idea that an object's physical characteristics remain the same regardless of the size of the space it occupies. Children are often not able to think abstractly or hypothetically, even though they can solve issues logically. That's all. Things.